I know that you are constantly working, and it's great to have such a hard working leader with us today. Maybe just jump into it and give us a little insight as to giving us a little background onto who Sheila De Leon is and exactly what led you to Advantage.
Thank you so much, Skylar. It's such an honor to be part of this call and just hear the stories of the other leaders that have come before me and learn so much. So thank you for that. Well, first of all, the Life Vantage Puerto Rican family sends our love to all of you that are connected to this powerful call. I am so happy, so honored to be with you all to share a little bit about my story and how Life Vantage came into my life. Well, first of all, happily married for the past 30 years, blessed with two beautiful children. But before being part of Life Vantage, I worked in the insurance industry. I was vice president for 24 years in one of the largest insurance agencies in Puerto Rico, just dealing with high-profile clients and managing over 25 employees. So yeah, I worked under a lot of stress. As a result, my health took a turn for the worst. My blood pressure was bad. I had to take 3 different medications and none of them actually worked. I used to have migraine headaches all the time. And on top of that, I was able to add just one more disease to my increasing collection. My thyroid acted up. So I found out I had cancer. It took 2 surgeries to get rid of it. And if you think this was enough, just wait. One day I began to feel a weird pain in my abdomen. So I arrived at the emergency room with hemorrhage. My hemoglobin dropped to 5, and they just didn't know why this was happening. And during the routine test at the emergency room, they found out that I was pregnant. So you can just imagine what was going through my mind at this point. Here I am in the hospital, bleeding out, and guess what? I just found out that I was pregnant. So long story short, I went through a very difficult, delicate 6-hour operation. During surgery, they traced the bleeding to my right kidney, so they removed it. 1 week in intensive care, 1 month hospitalized, but I am just so thankful to God that 40 weeks later, my beautiful daughter Paola was born, and I was just so relieved that everything went smoothly, and she was such a great blessing in our family's life. So yeah, stress was killing me. My body was sending me a message that it was really time for a change. So that chapter in my life is called Time to Change. I wanted with all my heart to have more time with my family, to have to be able to do the things that really make me happy. So my work was taking away not only my precious time, it was taking away my energy, my enthusiasm, my happiness. Things that were meant for my family, and it was just not happening. So while this was going on, one day, 7 years ago, my sister Dali shared with me a beautiful gift that changed my life. She lives in Tampa, Florida, and she shared with me the ABC Primetime News Report. She was very clever. She told me that she really valued the years of experience I had in front of different companies, and that something very important was offered to her, and she really wanted my opinion. She wanted my feedback. So after 4 to 5 follow-ups, so Kim, she did do very well on that aspect, I finally saw the ABC Primetime News Report, and I was just amazed. I was just amazed with what I saw. I had so many questions. At first, like many of you, I thought it was too good to be true. So I craved validation. I wanted proof. So she was very diligent. She really followed the system to perfection. She put in front of me her upline and showed me, the validation of med.gov. And that was all that I really needed. But I had one huge obstacle ahead of me. And that it was that everything that was available at that moment, company-wise, was in English. And in Puerto Rico, the local language is Spanish. So I had 2 options. I could either wait patiently for the company to publish all the information in our language, in Spanish, or I could roll up my sleeve and get to work. And I did just that. I did what I had done throughout my entire career. I just got things done. But I remember my first Elite Academy 1 month after I enrolled, And I remember seeing our pro-10s, Brandon, Lynette Cunningham, Kerry Dickey, Martin Salo, they were sharing their stories and how in 5 years, most of them had reached their goals. And I remember telling myself, I am going to teach the team that everything that those leaders are doing, I'm going to follow their system. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. We had a proven plan. We had a blueprint. We had everything already laid out, but it was all in English. That was the downside. So I took a decision to translate everything to Spanish and teach it to my new team that was just starting like I was at that moment, because I really wanted them to be up to speed in all the tools the company had. The Spanish market was not going to be, behind all the other markets. That was just not an option. So we just made it happen. We did everything that was needed, not only to match, but surpass other markets, and just really got to work. And we hustled, and we learned, and we put into practice. And this pretty much defined my personality and my work ethic all these years, and that I've been here with LifeVantage. And my motto is just, I learn as much as I can, and I apply as fast as I can. So that really launched my business throughout the years.
Perfect. No, I love to hear that, especially everything that you went through. And I just want to say thank you so much for, not shying away from that mountain that you had in front of you and choosing to pioneer, something that may be, a little intimidating at times, but, you just go ahead, like you said, rolled up your sleeves and you just went to work. So truly grateful to have such a hardworking leader such as yourself here at LifeVantage. So thank you for sharing that little background on your story and what kind of brought you into the position that you are today. I know, as I mentioned, being from, the small territory or island of Puerto Rico, it's an island, right?
Yes.
Okay. Google did not fail me. That's good to know. I Googled it. I have to admit, was a little nervous, but wanted to double check with you. So yeah, being from Puerto Rico and having been through all of the challenges with specifically in Puerto Rico, I mean, hurricane, you've been through earthquakes, you've been through, now you have COVID-19 that are kind of presenting some challenges in that small area. I mean, what have those challenges meant to your business by shifting the focus to being able to build outside of your own backyard?
Well, that's a very good question, Skylar. Well, having lived in Puerto Rico these past years, I really feel I can sleep through the apocalypse. It's been very, very hard. But no, seriously, it has been extremely hard and just an absolute marathon to be able to carry on through these hardships. Take Hurricane Maria, for example. It was a Category 5 hurricane. We were approximately 7 months without electricity, so we had to sometimes drive to a communal well to get water, shower using 1 gallon of water, and wash clothes using one of those old-time washing racks. So it was hard, and the market was not good. People had to make this ridiculous from you guys. Let me see. Am I here? Back?
Yeah, you're back on.
Okay, thank you. So I don't know where I dropped off, but anyway, people just hoarded their money and were just focused on getting just the basics. So you can just imagine my local business grinded to a halt. However, because I had built an international business, I still saw the paycheck coming month after month. And I saw the same thing play out when the earthquakes hit in January of this year. And well, actually, they haven't stopped. It keeps shaking from time to time. But even now, with the COVID-19 crisis, in fact, even though the COVID crisis has affected the entire planet, I still get my check, and my business has been booming like never before. It just goes to show how wonderful this business model is. We are able to use technology to reach out and help people around the world to really achieve their potentials, no matter what's going on or where they live. LifeVantage has provided us with tools for us to build an international business, really, really go all the way away from where you actually live right now. To take advantage of all the tools that has been created. Don't lose this great opportunity that we have to build outside of our countries, of our cities. All we have to do is just build a strong social media presence and actively follow up a plan to create interest and create curiosity in what we represent. So we have been doing this for a long time. We've actually been ahead of the curve before there was even a curve. So we should be very proud of being part of this great company that just continuously provides so many great tools for us to just build an international business and just be prepared to have a monthly check coming in, no matter what circumstances are happening in your country.
Boom, there you have it. I love it. I love your insight on, the international business building and making sure that you're reaching out, and not only being in this small confined box. Don't put yourself in a box. You're worth so much more. And I'm so happy that you were able to find that truth and do exactly what you've always done, work hard and make something happen. So on top of that, we'll go through one last question. So I know right now with the state of things, I mean, the business conversation is easier than it ever has been at this point. We saw a great deal of that, or a result from that, in an amazing influx of distributor signups just from last month. And it did help that we had an amazing promotion to go with that as well. So with all of these brand new distributors that are coming in, which I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing the same within their business, what are you doing to help that onboarding process of all those new distributors coming into your business?
Well, first of all, congratulations to our team. They are awesome. I am so privileged to work with them, and they made history in the month of April. So we're very excited about those results. We broke our enrollment record as a team. So yeah, we were excited. We celebrated a lot, many rank advancements, many of their achievements. But then I was concerned. I was concerned about all of those people, all of those distributors that had joined, that were excited, but I knew that they were probably asking, now what? What is the next step? I knew that if something was not done immediately, that enthusiasm, that excitement was going to diminish. So the question was, how do we make the biggest impact on helping our distributors get the results they want faster? So the powerful answer is for us to help change people's limited thinking or help them adjust their standards or their habits to support their goals. So I immediately created a welcome Zoom meeting every Monday. So distributors that had enrolled during the week, they will attend their welcome new distributors meeting just to welcome them and really help them meet their support group, meet the team, see the spirit, the culture, create the correct expectations of the industry of our company. But then, like we learned today, we teach them the basic information, the basic tools that they need in this first phase in their business. We go over the launch guide. We teach them the 1, 2, 3 step process for them to achieve their goal as Pro 3. So after this meeting ends, we give a small break, and then we have a workshop that we do every Monday. It's called a Power Hour, something I learned from my friend Tori Hill. Thank you, Tori. So the requirement for them to join this workshop is to actually have at least 25 names of prospects. And that's exactly the amount that's on the launch guide. So we're teaching for them to follow the system. And then we want them for their cell phones to be charged. During this hour, we teach our teams how to invite, and we show them through a PowerPoint examples of invites that are proven to work, that the team is using it internationally, and they put it into practice for 15 minutes. So they learn the theory of what they should invite, and then they put it into practice, and with their phones, they start inviting everybody in their prospect list. So we teach them to follow up, to overcome obstacles. What are the main obstacles they're gonna be receiving in the first phase of their business? how to close an enrollment. And usually this hour of workshop that we do every Monday, it's a hands-on process, and it results in the teams filling the agenda for the rest of the week with follow-up calls, with inviting to events. And this is something that we do every Monday for all distributors. If a new distributor knows how to do the basic, if they know how to launch their business and know where to find the information, it is most likely that they will launch their business and they will give it a try. We present it simple enough for them to believe that they can do it, that they could have the results that they want. But I believe that one of the things that has impacted the team the most in the past months is that we have created a community of friends from different parts of the world. And that what makes me, the happiest. Now during the quarantine, our top leaders from Spain, from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, and the States, and now even from Canada, have all come together, and we have created trainings, opportunities, meetings, events, and we have set it up in the hours in a way that all markets can participate, and really created a multicultural, fun learning environment. And I have to admit, it's a challenge sometimes. For example, simple words like computer and cell phones are called differently in each market, even though it's in Spanish. Challenges, maybe we have a 7-hour time difference from Mexico to Spain, and we work simultaneously with all the markets. But besides all the possible challenges of growing an international business, it's really rewarding, and it's been fun. It's been all but boring, and I've grown so much as a leader thanks to these great teams that are around me throughout these countries. So together we have created a family atmosphere that has brought us together and create bonds of friendships between each one of them. I love the fact that maybe a distributor from Puerto Rico will text and write or call somebody from Spain asking about specific strategy that they heard her or him share, or maybe ask them for a presentation slide that they saw that they like. So they have never met in person, but they are friends. They collaborate with each other. You know what? At the end of the day, people want to be a part of a community with an atmosphere of growth, of respect, of true teamwork. And that is what we, as a team, because it's not about me, it's about the team. This is what we are creating together. And at the end of the day, if we do the work, if we lead by example, if we empower our teams to reach their highest potential, we will see the results, and we will enjoy the process all the way to the sky, helping our teams reach their goals as well. So thank you, Skylar. It's been an honor to be in this call, and thank you for the privilege.